We got Napa here, representing Chris Eubank Jr.
Eubank's manager. In the
Where
house.
are we at with this fight?
He knows the numbers. We're ready. You know the numbers that Chris wants.
Eubank's always easy to negotiate with, isn't he? Do you know
It's
what I mean?
nothing difficult. You know the numbers. 55%, 45. Let's go.
55-45. Though. Do you think like? Why is that? Why?
Because Chris is way bigger. He's earned way more money than Conor in his career.
He's definitely earned more money because he's about 42 years old. Yeah, he's been fighting for about 10 years longer than Conor.
He's not 42. This is not a comedy stand-up show. He's 35. Conor's never fought for $1 million in his life.
That's actually incorrect. Secondly, actually multiple times. Multiple times. Multiple times.
Net.
Of course. That's how he gets his money. He's headlined 3 shows for us. Also, what you have to understand is without each other, they don't have this kind of opportunity, right? I know that we can talk about the Canelo fight. With all due respect to Conor, Canelo up at 168 is a different kind of challenge, right? The reality is sometimes, and I'm not trying to talk you into taking 50-50, right? Because I've been here so many times before, whether it's Froch Groves, whether it's Frampton Quigg, whether it's all these different things. And sometimes you get 2 fighters who go, Chris, I am not taking less than 55%. And Conor, there is no way I'm taking a fight unless it's 50-50. And sometimes that's the reality of the people that you deal with. There's arguments on both sides as to why. It just comes down to a level head where sometimes, like I might be saying to Conor, listen, I think you're worth 50% every day of the week. But sometimes you have to take a little bit less. Or you have that conversation with Chris. Now that conversation's harder with Chris because he has had his big paydays. He's got the money in the bank. And out of principle, he may lose the fight out of principle. Do you know what I mean? Which is a dumb thing.
No. Yeah, but it does. If you had Chris, you would not do 50-50 with Ben.
Wrong.
If Ben was elsewhere,
me. I would be saying to Eubank, listen here, you may be worth 55%. You're going to make, and you know the numbers, you're going to make all this fucking money to fight a little old welterweight, right? Do yourself a favour, slap yourself around the chops, and fucking sign it, son.
Yeah,
that's what I've been saying.
Because you're saying it's a welterweight, but that's not his value is 50. His value is more than Conor's. Forget about the weight.
But that's your opinion. Without each other,
this is a massive fight. I want the fight to happen. Chris wants the fight to happen.
Yeah,
cool.
But the reality is someone's got to give, right? And if they don't give, they're both plonkers and they both lose the chance to make more money than they could ever dream of on one night.
Look after Conor on your side. You've got a lot of money.
Can I ask a question here? I spoke to Ben Shalom last week and he said that it was Conor Benn who's making this fight difficult to make. So I want to ask you both, who is making this fight difficult?
Of course, yeah. Whoever side you're on is making the fight difficult. In my opinion, Chris is being greedy. All he's got to do is fit to it. Listen, am I allowed my opinion or not? Because you're going to get your say in a minute. And you're going to say, we're stupid for not taking the fight. So my opinion is, Chris is greedy. On a 50-50 split, he's done like that today. Yeah? Done. Now, his opinion, which will be, oh, he's never done that, he's never done that, he's never done that. He's being silly, he's being stupid, whatever. The reality is, it don't matter what the opinions are. Opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got one. The reality is, if the fighters don't agree, the fight don't happen. Yeah? The problem is now, the first time the fight got made, it probably would have got agreed. Now, they want to kill each other with their bare hands. Yeah? So the game changes. It's no longer like, oh, they could phone each other up, do you know what I mean? And go, listen, obviously, look, let's just get it done. Like now it's like, fuck him. And Conor's going, fuck you, I'll fight Barrios then. And he's going, fuck you, I'll fight Lara. And it's like, all right, boys, I'm saying to Conor Benn, like, I'll give you the Barrios fight. It's 3 times less than you'll make for Eubank. And it's the same in terms of the difficulty of the fight, in my opinion.
Okay, right. You've had your opinion, Eddie. Napa?
Chris.
Mate.
Barrios.
Wait, did you watch? Listen, you're like a fanboy, you are. Do you know what I mean? You're like, did you watch Sarah fight?
Yeah, what about it?
Mate.
What about it?
Mate. Listen, let me tell you something now. If Conor Benn was a middleweight, yeah, this would be a grotesque mismatch.
No, but he's not.
It's a 50-50 fight because Chris is a middleweight.
55. I'll do another bet with you. You know me, I
Listen,
paid the money.
you know
I
this
paid
fight-
the
Let's
last
have a
time.
bet then. Let's have a bet.
Yeah, we'll have a bet.
Last time we
This,
done
this
a
is,
bet.
do you know what we'll do? This is what we'll do. This fight is a 4-round fight between Conor Benn and Eubank. Because I'm telling you now, Conor is coming out to tear his head off in the first 30 seconds of the fight. And he could, it's going to be Hagler Hearns, right? Eubank, they're going to stand in the middle of the ring, right? And they are going to unleash on each other. Of course we want. It's what the fans want. We want to sell it out in a big open air stadium and give British fight fans one of the biggest fights out there. I've got to do my work with Conor, and Ben, whoever it is, got to do their work with Chris. And at the end of the day, they're either going to agree or they're not going to agree. That's it.
The deal today, 55-45 is done.
But listen to what I'm saying.
done.
We could also deal with the deal today on 50-50.
Right.
Napa, is Chris not going to budge on 55? No.
No.
Same question for you, Eddie. Is Conor going to
At the
budge?
moment, no. But this, by the way, this is nothing new.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, this happens all the time. So I will be saying to Conor, look, my advice, I see both sides of the arguments. I see myself trying to talk Conor into 45%. And if I was on their side, I'd probably be trying to talk Eubank into 50%. Because I just want it to happen. I want everyone to get paid. Do you know what I mean?
I want it to happen as well, but
All right, final one, you two. Percentage of this fight happening in the first half of 2025. I'll start with you, Napa.
it's
Today.
difficult to say because I'm not in control of the in Eubank and from our side, Eubank side, 100% we're ready to go. Like it could be done.
50-50. Not just the split, but 50-50 in terms of who fights who next. I hope we get it done. Because we'd regret it if we didn't. All round.
I agree.
Please get this fight on. It will be absolutely massive. Napa, Eddie, thank you very much. We're getting kicked off the carpet. And yeah, let's get the fight made. Good handshake.